What is going on, everybody? It is Tech Geo, and today we're going to be talking about week 5 in tech sales, the weekly update that we go over every week and documenting the progress and the journey of how everything's going. So without further ado, let's hop into what happened in week 5. All right, so on this week, I had the craziest cold call I've ever had in history of working in tech sales. So I had a cold call that I was doing, and it went over 8 minutes long, which is the longest call I've ever had. And usually when you're doing cold calls, you're not really supposed to be on the phone that long, although you can be, but typically it's no longer than 2 to 3 minutes when you're doing a cold call. Pretty much when you're doing a cold call, you're just introducing yourself on the phone while you're calling and really just trying to book the person you're calling to a meeting for your account executives. So I was on a call, I was calling this guy, let's just call him Bob. And I was trying to book him for a meeting, and he was just giving me constant objections and no's, saying he wasn't interested. He kept on going, I kept pushing for it. And then eventually on the phone, he just told me, he was like, you know what? You are very natural at this cold calling stuff, and I think you'll be a great fit for my company. He tried to recruit me to his company to have me work for him. And so me and Bob kept talking, and we started laughing, and I started to actually agree with him. I was like, you know what, Bob, if someone random was calling me on my phone just randomly throughout the day, I probably wouldn't accept a meeting invite from them as well. And so I completely agree and understand why you would say no. And then I asked him one more time at the very end of the conversation, because I was kind of feel like we weren't going anywhere. I was like, you know what, Bob, if you would like, I can just book you a quick 15-minute meeting just to show you what it is and why I'm calling, and just see if it's a good fit for you. And then eventually I got Bob booked for a meeting. So this is to show you that you need to be persistent when you are in tech sales, because people are gonna say no. It's just like a natural instinct just to say no to somebody that you don't know or they're trying to invite you. I mean, even growing up, at least for me personally, I was always told to say no from strangers, or stranger danger was like a common quote that I constantly heard growing up. And so it's a natural instinct for them to say no, but you have to push past those no's. And if they're still on the phone with you, you still have the potential to book them on a meeting. And so this is the craziest call I've ever had. And it's just to show you that no matter what happens on the call, that you just fight through it. And so that's my story on the craziest cold call ever. And just to add on top of that, I think it's very important to just have confidence as an SDR in tech sales, because if you're not confident, that means you just don't understand the product or service that you're selling. And if you don't understand the product or service that you're selling, it's going to be very hard to have a valuable conversation with a prospect. And this is exactly what you want to do, is to have valuable conversations with a prospect. So just understand what your company does and the product they have and what problems they solve. Another tip is just to understand the common objections that you may face when you are trying to book a meeting or when you're trying to close a deal. I think these are all tips that can help you excel in your tech sales career. And this is something that's personally been helping me when I've been doing my cold calls every day, is just to have confidence over the phone, be very lightheaded, or not necessarily lightheaded, but just be very light in my tone of voice. Don't try to pressure things too much. Just take it very easy and very smooth. And like Bruce Lee says, just be like water, right? You really want to adapt to the environment, adapt to the call. This is going to be the exact way to make your tech sales life so much easier. All right, y'all. And the last thing that I want to add in this video that I think is super exciting, and I'm going to give you guys an update next week, is I got a challenge. There is a sales team challenge that is going on that everyone in the sales team has to participate in. So for account executives, they do demos, right? For SDRs, they're doing cold calls. And so what we have to do is actually do a demo or a practice cold call with the CEO of our company. Now, I've only been with the company for 5 weeks, and so I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully I win this challenge. And they said that if you do win the challenge, you win a prize, and I do not know what this prize is. So if I do win the prize, I'll let y'all know what prize I won. Hopefully it's a trip to the Bahamas or Turks and Caicos or something, I don't know, but that's super exciting. And so I have that next week. I'm gonna be doing that challenge where I'm gonna be cold calling my CEO and pretending he's a ideal customer profile, and he's a buyer persona I need to reach out to, and try to book him for a meeting for our product and service. So y'all wish me the best of luck for that challenge. Hopefully I win. I might have to do some more research. I might have to look at Trent Dressel's YouTube channel. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for this week 5 tech sales as an SDR. If you are looking to get into tech sales or you want to be an SDR, the best way to do that is to do Course Careers. Course Careers is a tech sales bootcamp I did, and I got got a tech sales job in 30 days. And so if that's something that sounds interesting to you, click the link down below and use code GEO50. It's gonna save you $50 off. That's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.